let's get everything organized here. Guess I should have done this before I hit record, huh? Oh, well. So here we are back in the channel, back in the Sopwith Triplane, and I have new firmware loaded. I'm running an OpenXR. I'm getting 91 frames per second offline in a quick mission. And I want to see if the sound is fixed. Now remember, I was running a beta version of the firmware before, and the whole point of beta testing is to see what's broken. So we report back, they fix one thing, something else breaks, we report on that. And now we've got this new firmware that I think might be pretty good. Let's find out. Well, I think so far the sound is marginally, well, not marginally, but a lot better. I'm also using the standard headset, not the dmas. Everybody in the beta group was testing the dmas, so I thought, well, why don't I test for the people who don't want to spend the extra $100 or whatever it is. And these stock, the stock ones aren't bad. They're not great, but they're not bad. Ooh. Okay, this new firmware sounds better, and even with the plastic lenses, I have to say, I don't know. I think the colors are a little better. You might have noticed I've got neck safer on, so I can look around. But I'm really more interested in how the game looks, and actually, you know, I think it does look a little bit better, but that could be the placebo effect. I don't know. I won't really know till I get the glass lenses, the ones that consumers are getting now. The beta testers mostly had plastic lenses, and they're quite good. But I think I'm really looking forward to seeing what the glass lenses are like, because everybody in the Discord and the other beta testers tell me it's significantly better. But this is pretty good. I don't see how it could be a lot better. I mean, of course, what do I know? I mean, the older I get, the less I know for sure. You guys should have known me when I was 18 and I still knew everything. There we are, that's what I'm looking for. Hello, breakfast. Remember the old Bugs Bunny show when we were kids? Well, some of you watching may still be kids, so it might be a dated reference for you. You might not know the Bugs Bunny Roadrunner Hour. Just look forward to that on Saturdays. Still showing 91 frames per second. Oh my gosh, that false looks good. Really, oh, as the light crosses the wing. Oh. I'm telling you, if you want to play flight sims, this is the way to go. I don't see, oh gosh, the distortion profile is better. I don't see, I had about 90%, 95 maybe, clear lenses, and now it's, holy moly, it's clear right to the top edge. And oh yeah, clarity is better. They've done a good job with this. I got to try it in Microsoft Flight Sim next and see what it looks like. The first time I fired up the new revision, I thought I had some dead pixels. Apparently, no. I reinstalled everything and don't want to. I do have a little bit of delay, though, I think, in the sound. Not much, just a little bit. That guy. As soon as you lose a guy, you're dead. Generally, when you lose the opposition, you're about to become the victim. Oh, there he is. Okay. Okay. Boy, those World War I pilots were a breed apart. Imagine flying up here and shooting machine guns at each other with no armor, no parachute, nothing. Just faith in your ability and a few prayers, huh? Pretty good. Straining my neck trying to look straight up. That's one thing I wish NextSafer would do. I'd love to be able to push the hat forward and just extend my view a little bit upwards. Because my poor old aging neck just doesn't want to do that for me anymore. See if I can suck him down a little bit here and get him to commit to coming low. I don't think so. We'll find out. I'll do some low yo-yos here and just try and... Oh, that house looks good. I'm going to look for my friend JV44. Oh, he's online. One of the online servers. Why this thing outrolls a camel, that's crazy. Yeah, I think it's just a slight delay in the sound. I don't think it's a problem with the microsecond delay here. But the sound is good. It's really good. Well, I think I hit him right in the cockpit that time. I don't know if I'm hitting anything vital. A momentary gun jam there, I think. Oh, there he is, heading for the ground. Oh no, that's a train. Let's strafe the train. "91 frames per second looking at the sky." So I would say I'm about 20 to 25 frames per second better in OpenXR with the same settings in the Pimax client than I am in Steam. So if you have the patience to figure out how to do OpenXR, and it's really not that difficult, it's worth it. But if you don't have the patience, Steam is still perfectly playable. I mean, I'm on a 3090, which is a pretty good computer, but it's not state-of-the-art anymore, with an i9900 CPU. And, well, 71 frames per second in Steam and 91 in OpenXR. Wow, that train looks pretty spiffy. You know, they've really done a good job with this game of updating it and making it play well and all that stuff. I really love IL2. I'm sure I've said this before, and maybe ad nauseum. The only thing I wish for in IL2 is the mouse. I'd like the mouse to work so that I can control switches and non-essential combat procedures, like starting the engine. I hate designating buttons on my joystick and throttle just to start the car, just to start the airplane. Ah, it looks so good. And using Neck Saver, I can see it here now as it goes behind me. I can still see it. Isn't that beautiful? Boy, that's a really nice little app. I had some bombs here, or Cooper bombs, or at least bigger guns. Given my shooting accuracy, I always need bigger guns. And more of them. Gosh, this looks pretty good though. I mean, it's not Flight Sim 2020, but it's really good. You can use the maps to navigate, and you can follow the train along the tracks. I think that's actually a significantly more difficult programming option than people would believe. I had some friends programming a game, and they said putting tracks on the terrain and getting a train to look like it's staying on them is difficult, but they certainly seem to have succeeded with that in IL2. Doesn't that look cool? I love seeing that big smoke trail off the train. Oh, it looks beautiful in here. That would be a balloon up there, but I don't have any incendiary ammunition. or anumission, if I want to put it that way, which I don't. Come around. This Sopwith Triplane is just delightful. I love this airplane in IL2. I wish it was available in more of the online servers. I have yet to see it in an online server. I don't know why. And I'm using neck saber again to keep the train in view. Okay, out of ammunition. Well, let's see if we can find a place to land, because I can't reload in the air. We're over Arras in France. So I'm trying to be a bit of a pain in the Arras for them. Okay, lines like that have kept me out of the big time for years. There's a truck column over there. You would think that we have a field around here I can land at. Yeah, he's working that loading handle, the cocking arm, but it's not doing any good. Last time I tried to land the triplane in a field, it did not go well. These things landed so slowly that you could crash land and survive it quite frequently. When an airplane lands at 30, 35 knots, under 50 miles an hour, you can get it pretty slow. Well, I don't know if it looks a lot better with this new revision than the last revision, but the sound, oh, the sound is so much better. I'm not hearing aliens talking in my headphones anymore. That was really distracting, and it made me start to believe that I was going a little bit out of my mind, maybe. Of course, just because I don't hear them doesn't mean I'm not going out of my mind. See if I can find a nice flat spot to land. Reasonably flat. Get nice and slow. Yeah, this really looks good. Oh boy, the last time I tried to land going up a hill. Come on. Holy cow, that was actually not bad. So let's just have a look at this cockpit. Now before, I would have clarity pretty much if you can see where the wing joins the strut here, just about to there in my headset, there would be a slight band of distortion. And now it's past that, it's more like a slight blur, but there really isn't any distortion. To get distortion, I would have to pull the trick of moving the headset around and going, look, there's distortion. Well, of course there is if you move your eye out of the sweet spot. But if your eyes are in the sweet spot on the headset, then there's no distortion across the height and breadth of this Pimax crystal, right out to nearly the very limits. I would say now I'm at 90, 95, 97%, and the clarity is remarkable within. Yeah. So try this Sopwith Triplane out, regardless of the kind of VR device you're using, or even if you're not using it, even if you're playing in flat screen. Boy, I think you might really like this airplane. I like the way it looks, I like the way it flies, and it is a beaut. It's an absolute beauty in VR on the Pimax Crystal. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to join me again.